Hi there, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts, and I'm here today with a little tutorial on how to make a tag book. Now, I made one of these for lovely Dawn Sutton for a challenge she was running, and I've made another one for Ashley at Paper and Twine for another challenge, and I had said that I would do a little tutorial, and I haven't done it yet. So I did try and film making the one for Ashley, and some of it I'm out of shot of the camera. How annoying. So I thought I'll just run through the process and then I'll show you the one I've made for Ashley, and this will go up after she has received it. So the base of it is a bit of cardboard. I've used this from one of these box magazines. So this was the indigo blue one, and it measures 20.5 centimetres in length, 9.5 centimetres in width, and then I scored it at 8.5 centimetres and at 17.5 centimetres, and then I just cut the corners off to make it into a tag. So that is the base for my little tag book. Now, the one I made for Dawn, I covered it with some painty papers that I'd done for jelly print. This one that I've just made for Ashley, I covered it with black thin cardstock. So you could do whatever you like. You could cover it in patterned paper, brown paper, whatever you like, whatever your heart desires. Now, the inside part is a little excuse me, a little concertina. So what I did for that was I cut a piece of card. Well, I cut two pieces of card. So it's going to be 8 centimetres wide. So this is just a sheet of A4 card, and I've cut 1 at 8. That's the length of the A4, and then this one is the width of the A4. Now, when I made the one for Ashley, I used the rest of this to cover it, so this was kind of a bit left over, so that was why I did that. And then I'm going to score it at every 7.5 centimetres. So where's my little, here it is. So 7.5 and 15. And then 7.5, 15. Yeah. So now I'm going to fold these into a little kind of concertina. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. I had my first vaccine on Sunday evening or late afternoon, and yesterday I have to say I felt a bit rubbish, and then I've got a bit of a dry cough, so I don't know if that is at all related. I think it must be. However, I'm feeling much better today, and I'm delighted to have had my vaccine. So now I'm going to glue these together. So I'm just going to take the shortest one, and when I show you what I've done with the booklet, you'll see how it doesn't matter that there's a kind of uneven size here, because I'm gonna cover. So whoops, I'm just gonna glue that so that it's the right size. And then there we go. And because I covered up these bits, you won't see that. So I'm going to leave that to dry. What else do I need to tell you about? Now I have, you can fasten these any way you want. You could put some sticky Velcro dots on here and use that, or you could use a little popper fastening. What I've gone with for both of mine is to use a little eyelet. So this is the one that's going to Ashley. So you see I've put a little eyelet in. Now, the way I did this one was actually quite tricky. And what I remembered after I'd finished it was that the way that I could get my eyelet, my crocodile in, was I made a little window in the front that peeked through. And that meant I could pop the crocodile through the little window to make that hole. However, I managed to wangle it, so I've got it done here, but it was not easy. But that's what I've done with mine. And then I've just popped a little bit of twine through. I think I got this in a swap from somebody else. This I want to say it was maybe Amber. So this is the one that I made for Ashley, and she is having her Glad to Be Alive challenge, celebrating a year on from being diagnosed with cancer, and she has got the most beautiful prizes for her challenge that she's going to basically make something bespoke for the winner that is about the things that make them glad to be alive. So that is, it's beautiful, and she's got all sorts of things. I've already done a VR, but I will link her challenge video again in the description, because she's got quite a while still to run for it. Was it even into July? I can't remember. Anyway, there's still lots of time. So I will do a little flip through of this. So a little untie. So I've just got some sort of inky sprayed paper on the back, and I popped my little Ginger Ninja Crafts sticker on there. And then on the front, I've got some piano, because Ashley plays the piano. It's Glad to Be Alive is the name of her challenge. And then I popped this paper that I had made with a stencil and an inky spray, and then this is a woodware stamp over another inky paper and a little bit of doily. So that is this. Now I'm going to pop a little note on here to Ashley. I decided to do something that was kind of about all the things I enjoy about Ashley's channel, really. And some of the things that I enjoy myself from craftiness. So the first page here, I've done an A and paper and twine, and there is some twine and some paper. I did this paper, it's a scrap that I had left, and it was made with pixie powders on bubble wrap, and I sprayed it, and then I pressed the card on top of that. So we'll go this way first. Ashley is another fan of things like brushes and pixie powders like myself. So these, well, this one is made with pixie powders. This one actually is sprays, but it's the same stencil. It's a starburst kind of stencil, and I think it was Fossil, is that what it's called? Fossil stencils? I feel like I'm missing a word there. Oh dear, my brain. I'll blame my COVID vaccine, but I think it might just be my brain. So I just stamped on this one, crafty friends are the best friends. And this one is, I think it's a butchered Shakespeare quote. But it's not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Now Ashley is a drama teacher, and she's also very musical. So these pages are to reflect that. So these are little Vera Lane digi-stamps off her Etsy shop. So it's part of the excuse me, part of the Shakespeare little set. So this is a quote from that, and the masks, and this was actually, that quote was from it as well. And then I've just done a bit of piano, some musical notes, and these little words came from the most recent Papercraft Essentials magazine. It's got some lovely musical papers and die cuts and things. Ashley is also a cat owner, so I've got some paw print painty paper here. A cat happily owned by a cat, what greater gift than the love of a cat, and I coloured in this cat to look a bit like Ashley's blue. These were just some little scraps of paper, and I made this for another project with just a marker, a black Sharpie and white card, so I just used the last of that. And this was a little offcut from some alcohol ink on vellum. And these are also Vera Lane stamps. I think I've probably gone all Vera Lane. One of the things that I really enjoy about Ashley's channel is her coffee shop chats. I think she calls them coffee shop drivel. So this is kind of meant to reflect that. So I've got a few different, she will get you any drink you want in this coffee shop. So this one's gin, and a few little die cut takeaways. And then for those of you that tune in to the coffee shop drivel, you will be familiar with poor Barry. He's always having mishaps, whether it's his dating life or the difficulties of the menu. So in this one, he's knocked one of the coffees over and it says, "Oh, Barry." And then just for the last 2 pages, I just put in a couple of embellishments that I had made that had a moustache that I thought were cute to share. So this one I made for the sort of COVID kind of crisis. So there's a little virus with his face mask on in the toilet roll, and it says "Smiles are also contagious." And then this is a Tracy Hay stamp set, so the squirrel and the little toadstool. And then I've just added some paper, some printed book pages with a little Tim Holtz word thing, and then there's a wee frame and stuff. And this is on some of the paper that I made ages ago with the brushos on the shiny cheap photo paper. So that is the whole thing, and now that I've filmed it, I can stick it in the post. Filmed it for a second time. Stick it in the post to Ashley. And then once she has received it, I will put this video up on YouTube. So I hope that you are having a great week, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.